Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News. Don't forget Shinrinyoku. We're bringing you a grand solar minimum update Tuesday, September 29th, 11 p.m. Mountain Time 2020. Take a look at the GFS model. Heavy snow across Canada through mid-October. And look what's in the crosshair, Wyoming. But the big story, did Denver really have the worst air quality in the world Saturday? Yes, they did, for 2 hours. Keep calm, it's boom time. Now to the big story. Denver ranked as the most polluted city in the world Saturday for 2 hours. And so here's some context.
High winds and low humidity caused the Mullen and Cameron Peak fires to flare up during the day on Saturday, and then that evening a cold front moved in.
And suddenly all the smoke from the wildfires was moving right into the Denver metro area.
Gabby Pfister specializes in air quality studies at the National Center for Atmospheric Research. She says an air quality rating at one station in Denver went from a 60 at 5 p.m. up to a 229 at 7 p.m. on Saturday.
Holy macaroni.
That rating is on a scale called the Air Quality Index, or AQI.
And the AQI helps you to get exactly the key, most essential information in a very quick way.
Pfister says the AQI takes several different types of measurements on different types of pollutants, weighs them to the national standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency, and comes up with a single...
Well, I can't even see that, but I can't understand why many people would be worried. Now let's check out the GFS model and see what is coming our way. Here is your Friday, October 2nd, October 3rd, October 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, October 8th and 9th, heavy snow coming into eastern Canada. October 10th, the snow moves into Saskatchewan, British Columbia, and it starts to build through the 11th. And the 12th, heavy snow falling in BC and Alberta, moving down into Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Montana, and everywhere else. And yes, the grand solar minimum is upon us, and fall has now become snowfall. Same for Europe. Very little difference in Europe, in the European model. We're still looking at GFS. Oh, what happened there? Oh, my dear. Goodness, it has just shifted to the next day. Let's see if we can go back. Oh, that is not going to be good for any of us. So we'll come over here and take a look at Europe in just a moment. But let's take a look at the weather.gov site here. Critical fire weather conditions for California and the plains. So heavy winds have now been turned to tan, and they're happening up here in the Northeast, all the way down to Connecticut, Massachusetts, most of eastern Maine. It's insane. North, South Dakota, say it ain't soda. And then we have high heat warnings here in the peach and wind watches here in the gray. Absolutely bizarre. Critical fire weather conditions are likely to persist over parts of California and the plains through Thursday, which is their Thursday. Everywhere, a pair of cold fronts will deliver. Everywhere? Elsewhere, a pair of cold fronts will deliver wet and stormy conditions to the eastern U.S. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Holy macaroni. I didn't even think I was here. Am I here? Have you seen my shirt? It's pretty nice. So elsewhere, a pair of cold fronts will deliver wet and stormy conditions to the eastern U.S. on Wednesday. Much cooler air will arrive in the wake of the frontal passages, with a return to below normal temperatures for most of the continent. Global warming much? Wait a minute. Below normal temperatures? What's happening? Al! Get in your hole! The new hole. The one with the trim. Yeah. You can wear your tutu. Whew. Spring snow falls on New Zealand. Have you heard? From the Watch Now, Oregon, inmates battle... No, we don't want to watch. I'm reading the wrong thing. I need a new teleprompter. Where's Biden? What is going on here? Yeah, so apparently it's just a picture or a video. You are seeing this message because you need to include our cookie. Did you ever understand that? So spring snow falls on New Zealand, and apparently it looks hellish. Look at that. That's oh, did I hear a bird chirping? That's fantastic. Those look like spring blossoms over there on the tree. Now this is going to totally flux any fruit or any of this shit, maybe. Oh, I hate to watch that. Even with a palm tree there and it's snowing. Shut up, Al. Sick of that guy. Let's go back to the Euro GFS model and see if we've got any of the data downloaded. Yes, it looks as if there is some screens here. And what you can see here, let's just run it to the end of the riff here. Heavy snow throughout the Alps. We've got some snow falling in the upper terrains here between Spain and France. And most of Finland and a little bit of Greta Thunberg's boyhood home here is being covered early in the beginning of autumn. An autumn to remember. Seismic update. No quakes of note, except we have a slight uptick on the west coast of the U.S., and this cluster in the Caribbean has been ongoing, so anybody's knowing. But we have some interesting data to report coming from volcanoes. First, Hawaii's Kilauea volcano is turning into a deadly crater, and this is a phreatic magmatic explosion experience. As the groundwater fills into this area, we have a deeper and deeper lake. Could be hundreds of feet deep at this point. Millions of gallons of water. And if there is just simply a small magmatic fart or equivalent that comes from the bottom of this volcano, this will boil off and become a steam explosion, similar to a geyser in Yellowstone, which is not going to erupt anytime soon, by the way. So there's that. Worldwide volcano news update. We've got Sangay volcanic ash emissions to 21,000. Piton de la Fournaise, which is not really anyway. Ibico, Sabancaya. And we've got Loquame volcano here in South America, in Chile. And Loquame is showing up with a 35,000-foot plume of smoke and ash from a eruption that's not showing up on Himawari yet. So this is brand new data. We could have a 35,000-foot eruption, maybe potentially stratospheric from Loquame. And that's all we got is just a report. So that's what I'm reporting on. 35,000-foot Loquame. Let's just click on it, see what it says. Click it. All right, I clicked it. Loquame, Volcano News, Volcanic Ash Advisory, SIGMET Report, Volcanic Ash TLFL 350, that's 35,000 feet to 390. So 35,000 to 39,000 moving southeast. That's a beast. And this is coming from Buenos Aires, VOC. In Chile, it's a 10,000-foot summit, so that means it went up 5 or 6 miles above the summit, 24 to 29,000 feet above there. Aviation color code is not given, so it's not confirmed. SIGMET report, there is not identifiable from satellite as of yet. But there's my preliminary. You got it. Early. Strongest solar storm of the season continues. No, it doesn't. It ended like a boom, quickly. So let's come over to the KP index. And where you can see that sustained solar storm began just about 36 hours ago, peaked at KP6, dropped back down into the geomagnetic unrest region, back up to KP5, back down, and now we're sitting at around KP3. Continuously, but take a look over here. Solar wind speed is still kicking up a little higher, still up around 600 kilometers per second. Pretty extreme. So there's that. And it doesn't look like it's going to continue. Northern lights may be visible in Wyoming and Casper.
High winds and low humidity.
Shut up. Oil City News. You're wrong. There is no aurora coming to the U.S., by the way. Here's the current live aurora forecast as it rotates around, and that will barely extend through central Canada. So there's that. We're down at geomagnetic quiet, and the northern lights will not be visible. Volcanic ash could help reduce carbon dioxide associated with climate change. I read this, and it appears as if they want to take ships out into deep ocean and dump ash into the ocean and store bentonite as carbon in. Anyway, total nonsense. I don't even get it. Here's some more nonsense. Antarctica could melt irreversibly due to climate change, study warns. This is from Live Science. I'm sure other articles are popping up like this. Now, Antarctica could melt. Of course it could. How could it melt? Let me see if I'm a maniac. Let's say we raise global temperatures 10 degrees. Of course Antarctica would melt. But Antarctica is in the dark for like 5 months of the year, completely dark and below zero. So it can't melt for those 5 months ever. But this, right over here, where is it? Over there? Oh, God. I read the paper. It's complete chart. It's like fairy tale central. What they did is they did a hypothetical and they said, well, here you go. West Antarctica is committed to long-term partial collapse owing to the marine ice sheet instability between 6 and 9 degrees of warming above pre-industrial levels would cause that. 6 to 9 degrees of warming? When will that ever happen? We've been waiting 150 years for 1 fucking degree. And they're using that to tax you and blame you for everything on the planet. But this paper says that when there's 6 to 9 degrees of warming, we're all screwed. Like in 10,000 years or something. Total nonsense. I can't even believe they're publishing it. As if it's like something we should be worried about. We've already been lied to about COVID and face masks and everything else. And there's people like cleaning groceries with shields and gloves in the parking lot in my town, like complete idiots, because they're scared to death. They're scared to death of Antarctica melting. And here's the data coming from National Sea and Ice Data Center, NSIDC, right here. And it shows record Antarctic ice extent. Above all the means, going all the way back from 1989 to present. It's above that. It's been above it all month. Look, it's above everything. But there's going to be papers to scare people saying, oh, the sea level's going to rise 50 feet. Look at the data over here. It shows us that it's record high and it's not melting. I'm scared to death. Antarctica's record high, but it's according to that paper, it may melt if temperatures raise 10 degrees. Just like sea level. My beach home is screwed. I mean, I've had it for 50 years and there's been no change, but it's going to happen. They said it. Oh my God. Now, here's some real information. Buried lakes of liquid water have been discovered on Mars. Like SARS, COVID-19. Wow, I'm parched. Buried lakes of liquid water discovered on Mars. Scientists also confirmed the existence of a fourth lake. Wow. And these are like 20, 30 kilometers wide. These are little pockets of global warming goodness below the surface of Mars in the form of saline solution. It'll be good for your eyes, in fact. Maybe we could mine that there and make money. Who knows? Scientists precisely measure the total amount of matter and dark energy in the entire universe, which is totally impossible because dark energy is a fake premise and it's not able to be measured because it's not there. But scientists precisely measured it. Pink elephants have just flown out of my ass. It's like one day I'm here and then the next day it's like, boom! Now, breaking news. I want you to listen to this carefully and I'm going to keep it on loop. This is the big scoop. This is from my boyhood home of Pennsylvania, where Tom Wolfe, the biggest oligarchic Nazi oligarch, has mandated some of the most draconian shit, destroyed hundreds of thousands of small businesses, and he's faking. And they got this open mic tonight. He's faking. It's political. Well, let's hear it from the mouths of babes.
So Wendy, I'm gonna take my mask off when I speak.
I will as well. I'm waiting so that we can do a little political theater.
Okay.
So that it's on camera.
So Wendy, I'm gonna take my mask off when I speak.
I will as well. I'm waiting so that we can do a little political theater.
Okay.
So Wendy, I'm going to take my mask off too because it doesn't matter. But, Wendy says, I'm going to keep mine on for a little political theater to prove to the masses that we wear masks. The upper crusties, we wear masks just like they do, that we mandate they wear them as we destroy their businesses and mandate mask wearing. We're going to do some political.
So that it's on camera.
So Wendy, I'm gonna take my mask off when I speak.
I will as well. I'm waiting so that we can do a little political theater.
Okay.
So that it's on camera.
So it's on camera. I look legitimate, don't I? Doesn't this look real? Very serious.
So Wendy, I'm
gonna take my mask off while everyone gets fucked in Pennsylvania.
I'm waiting so that
I'm waiting so we can fool them all.
so that it's on camera.
Hey, Wendy, I hope you never have a fucking job everywhere. I hope you die of cancer or burn in hell tonight. And Tom, you do the same. I hope your ass seals up and bleeds to death and you can't eat food ever again. Or maybe you go blind and your children, they get hit by a bus. How about that? That is who you elected and is running our country. It's tragic, it's disgusting, it's pathetic, and it's criminal. And if we don't hold these people accountable, it's your fault, not my fault. I left Pennsylvania 7 years ago. I'm still on the voter registration. I'm sure they're voting for Biden for me right now, as well as my partner, Leah. She can't get her names off of voter registrations. It's impossible. The whole world you live in is a fraud. It's a disgusting fraud where people in power laugh at you all the way to the bank while you suffer. Your businesses suffer. Inflation will increase. Their pocketbooks are laden with crony capitalistic dollars that are being fed to them by assholes that mandated these draconian measures on you. Tom Wolfe is a scumbag. Yeah, he should be, in my opinion, executed, if not put in jail for the rest of his life. And this woman, Wendy, who's mocking you as political theater for the smaller people, she should be fired and work at 7-Eleven for the rest of her life. If they would even hire her, I think she should be blackballed from ever being employed because she's such a fucking prick. Period. It's disgusting, and I'm sick of it. I'm going to continue to reveal the fraud in your fake world because these people, the sheep wearing these masks that are walking around thinking that there's a deadly disease around, is making me insane. And you elected these people. Now, if you want to clear your head, there's a few things to do. You can get informed. You can share this video with like-minded people, and you can get the word out that you've been lied to for decades. It's a scam. It's a sham. We just showed it to you. It's a joke. They're laughing at you. And you need to heal. The people that are brainwashed and are scared to death for the last 8 months, it's going to take you decades to recover, and I'm sorry for that. It's not my fault. I've been warning you against this. But many of you are susceptible to being brainwashed. It's not your fault. There are ways to heal. The first thing is to go outside right now and look up. You're going to see a bright waxing gibbous moon getting to full. You're going to see Jupiter and Saturn to the right. You're going to see Mars chasing to the left. And this is a beautiful array of the universe you actually live in. And those are facts, something you can connect with. The place that you were born from, the stardust that is you. You will have a connection with those planets. Trust me. The second thing you can do is come over and subscribe to our new channel called Shinrinyoku. The reason I started this channel 10 days ago is because so many people are becoming more suicidal and depressed. They need a way out, a modality out of this insanity. And it's simply walking into the woods, throwing your cell phones and all your equipment away, and just being you and connecting to source on the planet you were born from the elements that you are part of. Not only that, it is now proven scientifically in the last few decades that pine trees and oak trees and trees in established forests, they don't have to be old, they could be 50 years old, are emitting certain types of pheromones. And these are to prevent mold, mildew, and other things from attacking trees. But guess what? They help humans. People who live in nature, they're anti-carcinogenic. They help with your well-being, your state of mind. They help with your immune system. So get out there in the forest. And if you can't, watch the channel. People are claiming that the channel and watching these videos is equivalent to taking a walk. Some people can't walk anymore, and they want to get out there. And these videos are allowing people to connect with nature while sitting at home. I can't implore you enough to throw your TV out the window. I mean, I've been saying this for 10 years, and I can't even believe I have to say it now. But I have to continue to say it. Proper prior planning prevents piss-poor performance in a completely manufactured, fear-based society that you're entering. Learn how to self-medicate. Learn how to grow your own food. Grow your own herbs and medicine. Learn about alternative procedures, alternative mental health regimens like ketamine, psilocybin. And there are many other alternative sources out there to survive and thrive in the future that is only getting more corrupt, more insane, more insidious.
High winds and low humidity cause the mullen and...
And we love each and every one of you. Thanks to our one-time donors, all of our new Patreons, every single person that shared this video. Can you feel the love pouring out of my heart? That's why I do this. I wish more people would listen. We love you. Be safe.